Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you always stay healthy, and thanks for watching this channel. Today we will talk about, the Navy just got another Block 5 Virginia-class submarine. The U.S. Navy is getting another Block 5 Virginia-class boat, the newest and most capable variant of America's premier fast attack submarine line. The Defense Department announced late last week that the Navy has signed a $2.42 billion contract with General Dynamics Electric Boat for the 10th Block 5 Virginia boat. The 17,000 shipbuilders of Electric Boat are pleased to receive the award for the 10th Block 5 ship, and are ready to meet the generational challenge of building the Virginia and Columbia classes concurrently, General Dynamics Electric Boat President Kevin Graney said in a statement. We are grateful for the continued support of our federal delegation, who strongly advocated for this important funding. The Virginia class of nuclear-powered cruise missile attack submarines was introduced in the middle 2000s as a replacement to the 1970s Los Angeles-class submarine line, 30 of which have already been retired. The past 3 Virginia blocks have focused heavily on cost efficiency improvements. Block 2 slashed roughly $300 million worth of program costs, introducing a more efficient production process. Block 4 brought reduced maintenance periods and lowered total ownership costs to boost the program's sustainability well into the coming decades. By contrast, the Block 5 upgrade is all about capabilities and performance. These new submarines are significantly larger than previous models, going from a length of 377 feet to roughly 460 feet. They also displace 10,200 tons, as opposed to the 7,800 tons of the original models. These vastly increased dimensions are, in large part, to accommodate a new supply of missile launch tubes from the original Virginia's 12 total Tomahawk cruise missiles all the way to 40. But the Block 5 upgrade doesn't just improve payload capacity. It also lays the foundation for compatibility with new weapons, potentially including hypersonic prompt strike missiles. It is unclear if the Block 5 revision will be able to launch unmanned underwater vehicles, UUVs, or if that capability is being saved for the rumored upcoming Block 4 package. There will also be a suite of acoustics improvements, part of the U.S. Navy's ongoing effort to maintain a stealth gap with its Chinese and Russian counterparts. As previously noted by Caleb Larson in the National Interest, the Virginia class brings enough substantive changes and improvements to be considered as a wholly new submarine class. But the bureaucratic procedures for a new class to be validated and funded are nothing if not stringent. It is both faster and more cost-effective for these new models to be developed as blocks of an existing class, increasing the capabilities of the original Virginia submarine through incremental changes. Of the planned 66 Virginia-class submarines, 19 have been completed and around 11 more are in construction. The vast majority of currently active Virginia submarines belong to Blocks 1-3. The 10th Block 5 model, SSN 881, will reportedly be completed by 2030, while the first Block 5 Virginia submarine is slated for delivery in fiscal years 2025. Why America's Virginia class is really 5 submarines in one. New submarine classes have to undergo extensive testing and validation in order to be put into production. By implementing incremental changes and improvements in the design, and not just in the production process, the Navy is able to get better submarines out of shipyards and into the water much more quickly than would otherwise be possible. America's Virginia-class submarines come in 5 blocks, and the latest hulls, Block 5, are essentially a new class of submarine. So why aren't they called something else? Cost-effective. According to the Congressional Research Service, the Virginia-class design was developed to be less expensive and better optimized for post-Cold War submarine missions than the Seawolf-class design, which was intended to be the United States' heavyweight with which to attack Soviet Union underwater strongpoints. Only 3 Seawolves were built. The Virginia-class submarines come in 5 blocks, each with different, incremental improvements and tweaks related to manufacturing ease and upgrades in automation to reduce crew size. While the initial batch of 10 Virginia-class submarines, Blocks 1 and 2, are essentially the same, the following 8 Virginias are Block 3 and incorporate a new bow design. As per Craig Hooper's analysis, the new Block 3s will have a new sonar array and large-diameter vertical payload tubes. A prodigious 20% of the Block 3s were redesigned. Of that class, the USS Delaware will apparently be commissioned into the U.S. Navy in 2020. As Hooper explains, the new Block 5 boats, by adding the payload tubes and making other changes, induced another 20% change in the overall Virginia-class design, which means that the Block 5s are 40% redesigned. They're essentially new submarines. New class. Block 5 Virginias are also about 80 feet longer, carry more Tomahawk missiles, and have underwater drone launch and recovery capabilities. So if they're so different, why aren't they a different class? New submarine classes have to undergo extensive testing and validation in order to be put into production. By implementing incremental changes and improvements in the design, and not just in the production process, the Navy is able to get better submarines out of shipyards and into the water much more quickly than would otherwise be possible. A secondary benefit to the incremental change strategy are the lessons learned that would presumably be incorporated into the Columbia-class design. The Columbia-class is a planned 12-hull design that would be the America's most advanced nuclear-propelled design once they enter the water, likely in 2027. Hooper explains that the downside of incorporating incremental changes is that it hampers new ideas. The time-consuming and expensive bureaucratic requirements that face new programs may discourage innovation and incentivize the Navy to keep older platforms in service longer than is prudent. Put bluntly, the Pentagon's pathological fear of a new start may encourage the development of suboptimal solutions to avoid testing and trials requirements inherent in a new platform. In order to work around the Navy is not renaming the class, but blocking the tweaked variants. Smart.